first Summit experience for you guys. So what's it been like these past day and a half?
Meeting new people is always good. That's actually why I came out. I came out here with the express intent to meet other out-of-market integrators that I could talk to and share trade secrets with without having to feel any apprehension about giving away those trade secrets.
Welcome into the Independent Thinking Podcast. This is your host, Rob Stott. We are heading back out to Austin in the Oasys Summit that recently wrapped up out there, the second annual Oasys Summit for this episode of the podcast. And we're coming off of an episode with Frank Stearns where we dove into his new role as a consultant and the role he'll play and expectations of him as he takes the seat here at Nationwide for our CI division. But we also, while we were there, got the chance to talk to a couple of Oasys members. And as much as I love Frank, I think anyone at Nationwide would be okay with me saying that I enjoy the opportunity to talk with our members more in person than anyone on our team and learn about their businesses. And that's what we get to do this week and over the next couple of episodes with our Oasys members. So we're kicking this one off with Josh Trevithick, the owner and founder of Project Automate, an LA-based custom installation firm that, what's cool about Oasys, and I think you could ask the team here, is that there's so many young and upstart businesses within the group, and something that I know they've kind of made a point of in terms of going out and finding members to join the group, because, the founding mission of Oasys and kind of what Hank and the team are doing is trying to find those businesses that we can help grow and grow alongside as an organization. But when it comes to Project Automate, this is a business that Josh Trevithick has he's been around for a couple of decades now. So as much as we love the young upstarts, it's about having a nice balance and those seasoned veterans within the industry that those new businesses can lean on and learn from, and also vice versa too. Josh would be the first to admit that the opportunity to be in Austin and at the Oasys Summit, just as important for him, as much as he likes to share the information and knowledge that he's gained over the last 20 years plus in business. He's learning a lot too from new members and the way they go about doing business and this custom installation industry. So great to be able to sit down with him, pick his brain, see how business is today for Project Automate, and then also, what he's getting out of the Oasys Summit and his attendance there. So let's dive into it. This is Josh Trevithick of Project Automate here on the Independent Thinking Podcast. All right, we are back on the Independent Thinking Podcast, coming to you from the Oasys Summit here in Austin, and sitting down right now. Always great to be able to chat with members in person. And Mr. Josh Trevithick, got it right. I nailed it on the first try.
That's right. Yeah.
We did it.
You're the one.
Project Automate. Appreciate you sitting down and taking the time, stepping away. I know it's a hectic environment over there, but appreciate you stepping away and chatting with us for the podcast.
My pleasure.
Yeah. So first of all, where are you from? Where's business for you?
So we're based in Los Angeles on the west side,
Yep.
Culver City area. It's pretty close to the beach there.
Yeah.
Sort of right between Malibu, like geographically centered between Malibu and Pacific Palace or Rancho Palos Verdes, Palos Verdes Peninsula. So
nice little area to operate a business out of, I gotta imagine.
Yeah, there's a lot of potential clients there for sure. Yeah,
that's awesome. Well, let's start with this summit, right? I look forward to diving into your business, but I want to start with being here. And how long have you been a member of Oasys?
This is our first year. We actually just signed up at CEDIA last year. So what's that, September to now, a little over 6 months.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's been fantastic so far. We've already realized a return on our investment within the first 2 months of this year. So just based on our partnership. Sonance.
Okay.
Yeah. So that particular VIR or in additional margin that we're getting from the sale from Sonance alone has paid for our dues for the whole year. So from March on, it's all gravy.
Yeah, it's incredible. Well, that's awesome to hear. What's to be here at this summit, being a first summit experience for you guys. So what's it been like these, past day and a half?
Yeah, it's been exciting, meeting some manufacturers, seeing some old faces, some of these manufacturer partners are out here, and, meeting new people too is always good. That's actually why I came out. I came out here with the express intent to meet other out-of-market integrators that I could talk to and share trade secrets with without having to feel any apprehension about giving away those trade secrets to your neighbor.
right down the street. You're like, oh, that's how you're doing it. I get it.
Exactly.
No, that's all.
So that's been good.
What about, how about the program itself here at this summit? What kind of has stood out to you about this event here in Austin?
I like the organization. The presentations are really priceless, really valuable. Matt Barnath with Vital, I thought his presentation was laser focused right where it needed to be. And I've known him for a few years now. And boy, it's sort of like, when you read a book that you really like your favorite book, and you read it over and over again, and it's like you read parts,
a different experience every time you read it.
I definitely didn't read that before, and hearing it all again, like it's starting to make sense, and I mean the bottom line is I was a guy who got into this business, and I was really terrified to communicate with the competition because I was afraid I might find out how terminally unique I was, and that's evolved. I founded the company in 2009, so we've been in business 15 years as of March of this year, and it's been a real journey, I tell you.
Yeah, that's all. Well, let's dive into that because the ability to be here in your 15th year, pretty awesome. I think we all know what this integration community can be like in this business, and so what were those 15 years ago? So that's 2009. Mm-hmm. It's a really interesting time to found an integration company, man. Just did that quick math in my head. Hold on, what were you thinking? Let's start there. How about that?
Well, I've been doing this my whole life. So right out of high school, I worked at Radio Shack in high school. And, I was reading all the little books, and they had integrated circuits, remember? And you used to be able to go in there and you could buy transistors and diodes and, get a soldering kit, some PCB boards, and just make your own circuits, and that was like, that was 1996. So I'm showing my age right there. And it was just different, and I was just remarking to another fellow integrator that I just met here at the conference that, it's just these kids that we're seeing out there. They have no idea how much easier it is, doing what they do. There's standards in place now. Back then, it was like we were just making it up as we went,
So, Amen. So you found a company in 2009. Talk about the kind of trajectory you've been on. What's worked for you, or what's kind of been the staple for Project Automate? Help you get where you
think that honesty is and forthrightness, I think that I was mentioning earlier, is really crucial to gaining a reputation around town that you're going to act in their best interest, that the project fulfills their needs, not yours. You need 6 of these and 100 of these. That kind of conversation can get people spinning. So I learned to build a rapport with the client, as opposed to walking in the door and like, okay, now let me tell you what. Here's what I'm going to sell you. And we built a client base over the 15 years, and they've been loyal to us. And I think it's based on the attitude and actions of not just myself, but my whole staff, which are a group of incredible people who also have incredible work ethic, good attitude, team players. So that's the kind of culture that I'm trying to develop right now. And it's a work in progress. I think it always is, right?
Yeah,
it always is. It's never done. It's
absolutely.
a journey. So
what's working well for you guys? Business philosophy aside, I don't want to like gloss over that, because everything you just said is obviously integral to any business. But just kind of product wise, like what's working well for you guys right now? What areas are you seeing success in, whether it's product side or elsewhere?
Well, yeah, I guess we should talk about
the things
system,
we're actually
systems that we sell, install, and support. I mean,
of course.
might as well.
We're here.
So, yeah, we've seen a lot of success with some partners that we've been loyal to for a long time, who have also continued to grow and who've taken the suggestions out of the suggestion box and read them.
Wow.
What
happens?
a novel idea. Yeah. Actually listen to your client. I mean, we're their client, and relationships, building relationships with those manufacturers. And, we're really, I'll say my vision as the CEO is to be at the cutting edge of technology, but you're riding a fine line sometimes between reliability, resilience, and utter failure, and, we've all spilled blood out there, and money along the way, trying to pave a path to ultimate reliability and robustness of the systems that we support. But it's like I said, it's a never-ending journey.
Yeah.
And we're happy to have some really good partners here, manufacturer partners. I don't, I guess I could name some names. Sonance.
Sure, absolutely.
They sponsored this trip. So thank you, Sonance, and all you guys over there. Who else? Snap One, or should I say ADI now?
Right. We could have a whole separate conversation around that. Maybe another time.
Right. Yeah. So, and then the evolution of everything just has brought about this need to just stay up to date, so I really appreciate this conference. And
thinking about that again, my head goes to 2009 to today, and evolution. Products and projects, I'm sure, have evolved in the past, right? This industry evolves so fast. So what's it like for you how are you keeping up with all, obviously great relationships with the partners that are here, but what do you do to stay sort of on top of what's on trend or what's happening right now to make sure that, you guys are at the cutting edge?
Yeah, it's hard, right? Yeah. I mean, it's all, how much time do you have to dedicate to that, So I think, the way that we're all doing it is just by, sort of meeting in a conglomeration like we are right now, and building relationships with one another that I really do hope that lead to, synergy, really, because 1 + 1 doesn't necessarily have to just be 2. It could be 10, it could be 10,000, if you get the right group of people together in an organization, I think, you can really, and then that focusing on roles like this exercise that we just did.
Oh, Mr. Sayan, Jason.
Mr.
Yeah,
Sayan,
it was incredible.
Yeah, just met him. So
Mr. Black
I think
Belt.
that's, very revealing and telling to a lot of people. When you start seeing your name on that,
I was going to ask, what did you see?
Yeah, I mean, it's depending on the size of your company, you can see your name quite often.
Yep.
And then, depending on the size of your company, maybe as you are, 5 to 10 deep, you might see, like as I'm seeing it right now, places where I could delegate some of the roles and responsibilities to others and challenge them along the way, get them focused now more on specializing in one area instead of me dabbling all over the place, spread thin, and doing everything at 50%, you know?
Yep.
So that I really... I hear that loud and clear.
Great to be able to go through that, I'm sure.
Easier said than done, but yeah.
Well, I obviously want to make sure you have time to get back out there because a great event, and appreciate you sitting down with us. Wrap up one question for you. Just you mentioned it earlier, kind of the early returns you've already seen on being a member of this group. What kind of excites you about, what's to come with being a member of Oasys?
Well, yeah, I think the organization will grow. It's fairly young. I mean, you've got your Ozion and your pro sources out there. They've been around for a while, and we shopped around. Ozion wouldn't have us. They said, "Come see us at about $3 million down the road." And I was talking to like pro source and I met the guys over at Cedia in September. Jason, who is just. Really, it was pretty clear that this kind of partnership is going to, if for nothing else, increase our bottom line. So even if we took no benefit at all, didn't even come here, never talked to anybody, and just continue to do what we're doing, we're still going to make money. We're still going to increase our revenue. So.
The group experience is obviously new to you, right? So you guys were not part of a group previously?
No buying group. I mean, just... I suppose to some extent, the relationships that you make around the local area, because we have these manufacturer rep partners, and they know people, and kind of get around. Joaquin.
Yeah, absolutely.
Joaquin Rivera. Cool. Very good dude. Love Joaquin. Eric Light, AV Partners.
Absolutely.
And then Jeff Malik just retired. This guy's gone, man.
It's wild.
Yeah, it's amazing. Yeah, but John Savali has stepped in to take over, and he's great. And I really appreciate the way that, it seems that there is some selflessness still to be had out there,
sure.
So I want to pay it forward too, and I've had that in my mind in this conference too, that if I met anybody who appeared to need some help, some younger integrators, that I'd offer whatever help that I have to them as well.
That's awesome. And well, hey, being able to share a story is one way to do it too. So we appreciate you taking the time, and man, this was fun. Get back out there, get some more learning going on, man. This is we appreciate you being here, and look forward to catching up down the road as well. So
yeah, thanks again.
Yeah,
appreciate the invite.
Awesome. And thanks again to Josh for taking that time. I know, as much as I said, at the top, I love talking to our members, especially in person. Part of me also feels a little bit bad and guilty that I'm stealing their time while we're at an event like the Oasys Summit, where his time is best spent on the floor or walking around the hallways and having those conversations with other members and vendors. But appreciate him taking that time and sitting down with us and diving into it. So it's great to be able to, like I said, pick his brain and see what he's getting out of the event and his membership. So appreciate that. And as always, appreciate you listening to the Independent Thinking Podcast, and we'll catch you next time.